OMG, OMG, OMG. I really am not even going to start this intro how I normally do with that, little retardedness, because I went and looked at my podcast before I got ready to start, y'all. Hold on. It's September 21st, 9:36 in the morning. All right, I got that out the way. But the other day when I checked my podcast, I only had 635 listens in total in the lifetime, right? I opened it today because, randomly I'll go check to see if anybody's listened to my last podcast and to see if, what my title, if it did attract people, if it didn't, I go and check, and then I check to see if I got voice notes and stuff like that. So I look and tell me why my podcast is showing up as I got 2.5 thousand listens. And I've said before that when anybody listens on Anchor, I actually get paid for the ads that are on Anchor. I think it's like a penny per ad or something like that. So I had like $6.35. Now I'm like at $25.96. I can't wrap my mind around that, because I swear I just checked my podcast like not even 2 days on Monday. I checked it again Monday night afterwards to see if anybody had listened to the podcast. It only had like 2 plays. And then I don't think I checked it yesterday. I left it alone. But I checked it now and I'm like, whoa, what did I do to get all those listeners overnight? To get all those listeners overnight. Like, what in the flying fluke? Like, I am honestly dumbfounded. Like, and all I can say is thank you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone that has listened, especially just recently. Like, thank you. Thank you, because not only does it help me build money, I feel heard. Like, just seeing that number made me want to shed some tears, but I'm a G and I'm not going to. Y'all not getting no tears from me. Nope, I'm a G and I'm going to hold it and I'm going to suck it up, okay? All right, y'all understand that. But I do want to shed some tears, bro, because I'm not going to lie to y'all. That blew me out the water. Like, I want to go back and keep looking at it and be like, man, what? Seriously? What? Like, what? Like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if y'all don't see this smile on the video, thank you. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you. It means a lot, because don't get me wrong. I say this, and I'm not going to be very transparent. I do this for myself. I do it to get motivation. I do it to find the support system within myself that I can't find out there in the world, because I can't seem to find other people that have mental health issues and are raising kids with mental health issues or disabilities. So I decided to become my own support system and keep pushing through. And if I can help other people realize that y'all can get over any hurdle, any obstacle, anything, like, my situation ain't the best, but I'm surviving and I'm making it. And the most important piece is I'm still alive. As suicidal as I am and as homicidal as I am, I'm still alive, and I haven't done anything to jeopardize that or anything to, go down that path. And when I am, I hop on real quick on one of my platforms and I just start letting out what is causing me to feel that way. And Mary Jane keeps me sane, okay? But thank you so much. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I really, really, really thank you. I didn't originally have a topic per se to come up on here, but it is Wednesday and it's podcast day, so I was coming on here and I was going to chit chat about everything, and that just caught me so off guard that, like, now I don't even know what I was going to say. Like, I'm just really, really, really grateful. Like, it genuinely makes me feel like I am on the right path, even though I know I'm on the right path. Like, it just co-signs that. It co-signs that big time. And I'm always be eternally grateful. Like, I'm always be eternally grateful for the love and the support, always, because because of those that I know are listening, or those that I know have reached out and, pushed me to keep on going, I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because some of these words that were said to me were at the right time. Like, thank you. I'm about to kill you, Fly, because you about to get on my nerves. But thank you man, you flew away. Hey, I didn't close that. Thank you so much. Like, seriously, thank you. Like, you guys are just pushing me even more to keep on the path that I am, especially when it comes to my coaching business. Like, I know I'm going to get to you guys. I know you guys are soon going to realize the amazing life coach that I am. And I know you guys are soon going to realize that y'all can benefit from my help. And I'm going to keep showing up every single time. And I'm going to keep being me every single time. And all I can do is wait for my ideal clients to find me so that I can get out of this financial hole. I mean, I give thanks to God for letting my SSI be approved, because it brings the income down. Oh, I do have a good news though. So I usually start my sessions, and I know I've said this before, but sorry for the repetitive, I'm going to say it anyways. But I usually start, you know what I don't have playing? It's my music. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. I just literally realized that I don't have the music that I use to motivate me. Let's go with shield your energy, protect your positive vibes, cleanse. What is it? Cleanse your aura, block all the negative. That is the one that I will be playing today. Need to make sure that we're protected at all times and build up my vibration. All right. Thank you for having the patience with me. I greatly appreciate it. But, I have a win. So what's going well? So let me tell you. My second paid client hit me up yesterday, right? Well, I hit her up and I was like, hey, don't forget to sign the contract and answer the questions for me, because I need it for our first session. We're talking about that I still don't have the questions. But I got the contract signed and a deposit coming. Deposit comes tomorrow. And then I got the contract already signed as of yesterday. But either way, I was reminding her of that. And then she hit me up. She was like, hey, can we move up she was like, when can we move up our session? At first I thought she was going to cancel on me and say that, she didn't need it anymore, because people, when they have time, they will second guess themselves, they'll doubt themselves, and they'll doubt that they're worth even taking the time or the money to spend on themselves. So at first I thought she was going back out, and I'm like, oh man, here we go, because I was counting on this client to come through so I can bank that money to the side and XYZ. So I'm like, here we go. But no, it was the utter complete opposite. She was like, I need to move our session up to tomorrow. And I was like, hey, no problem. I will pencil you in 6 o'clock. Okay. So same time we have for Friday. She was like, yeah, thank you so much. Because her brothers, don't do it, Lynette. You said you're a G and you're not about to cry. You said you're a G and you're not about to cry. You said you're a G and you're not about to cry. Don't do it. Today is my bro's birthday, so my paid client is a person who helped pretty much raise me. I used to call mommy when I was younger, and I call her my sister now. And today is her brother's birthday, and I look at her 2 older brothers as my 2 older brothers, because they've been knowing me from yay high and been there through thick and thin. They know my story. They know what I've been through with my mother. They've seen it firsthand themselves. They've heard it firsthand themselves. So she feels like she needs the session today so that she can cope and deal with that, because she still has not gotten past, the hurt and everything else. So it's going to be a bittersweet session, because I have to compose myself and keep all of my emotions in and act like I don't know this person, so that I don't get emotionally, so I don't show any of my emotions, because I want her to be able to feel free and open to discuss whatever it is, so that we can get onto a positive, road moving forward. And yeah, I'm gonna have to process some of these feelings and emotions before we even have our session this evening, because I don't want her to feel a certain type of way because I start crying. Like, that's just not professional, you feel me? And I'm an empath, so I have to really work on controlling my emotions and my feelings. But that's what was up, because now her session is today instead of Friday. So we're, the ball is rolling. And she was so sweet. She was like, we can push our sessions. I know you're going through having to try to find somewhere else to live, or another motel or an apartment or something. She's like, I know you have a lot on your plate. I'm like, nope. We're continuing on our path, because it's what's going to keep my mind sane, and it's what's going to keep me focused on positive. I have this person to hold accountable. I have this person to look after. I'm accountable for that person and their actions. So I'm going to show up as my best self at all times. At all times, I'm going to show up as my best self. So I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm doing that now. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show out. And I'm going to make sure that by the time we leave our session, she feels a lot better about it being his birthday today, instead of looking at it, from sad eyes. But it's going to be a hard task, but I'm up for the challenge, because I am still struggling with his death. I didn't get to see him before I left Connecticut. So I didn't get to say my proper goodbyes. And then I do give thanks that I did get to say I love you and I miss you before he passed away. So it was at least 2 days, I believe, before he passed away, because my sister hit me up and was like, Terry's been asking for you, like he wants to talk to you. And I didn't know how sick he was, because my sister felt like I was going through enough stuff, and she didn't want to add on to my stress. And at the same time, his wife was withholding a lot of information, but we feel like she was withholding it by his request, because he was one of those to want to protect others. So I did get to talk to him and see him, and I did get to say, I love you and I missed you, but I didn't know that was going to be the last time. I really didn't. I even wanted to make it up there so bad, but traveling with a wheelchair and 3 kids is not easy, so I didn't get to make it.
Don't cry.
Thank you, boo-boo. It's okay. I didn't get to make it, so I didn't know it was going to be the last time, and I give thanks to God for giving me that opportunity. I give thanks to God for giving me that closure and that ability to, let him know that I do love you, and I appreciate the person you've been in my life, even from a distance. Like, I appreciate the role you played. Like, I appreciate everything. And yeah, I got to say bye, not knowing that was going to be the last time I was going to get to talk to him, or not knowing that was going to be the last time I was going to get to see him, because we were on FaceTime. We were talking on FaceTime. He didn't look too good, but he didn't look, But I had a feeling when she told me that he had been asking for us and had been wanting to talk to me. I had a feeling, but I didn't want to say anything, because sometimes I get these weird feelings and emotions, and I be feeling like it be me being selfish, but then the action actually happens, and then I realize it's my intuition and my gift that's letting me know to prepare myself for this person exiting the world, or that is preparing me for what is about to come. So I'm gonna dedicate this podcast to my brother Terry. Happy birthday in the sky, and just know you definitely left way too soon, but you'll never be forgotten. Like, we'll never forget you. We will always, always, always remember you. And you're always gonna hold a special place in our hearts, like, for real. So this podcast is to my bro. I said I was not gonna cry, and I guess I ain't that much of a G like I thought I was, because it just happened, and had to go with the flow. I had to let these emotions out. I have my arms that are tingling. So yeah, y'all, thank you for all the listens. Really, it means a lot, especially it's something positive to look at on today besides, my coaching session. Like, it's something else positive I get to, experience. It's something else positive I get to have in my life, especially when all these things are going haywire. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know if I really did tell you guys or break down the situation that we are in right now. I think I touched bases on it, but I'm really not 100% sure. So the location that we stay at now is an actual motel, and in the state that we live in, you're only supposed to stay 28 days in a motel, but we've been here for a year and a half, over a year and a half. It would be 2 years in April if we stay, but they gave me a 30-day notice and told me that I needed to find somewhere else to go. So I started looking at actual extended stays, which we had stayed in before, but this is before I even had a wheelchair. And it turns out that the one extended stay I really want to stay at, why is the music not playing? The extended stay I really want to stay at does not have any double beds for a handicap accessible room. It's only a queen size bed, and then you're only allowed to have 2 occupants in that room. It's 4 of us, my 3 kids and me. And granted, even though my daughter is 20, because of her autism and her mental health, I can't leave her in a room by herself, and then that's more money we would have to spend because we'd have to pay for 2 separate rooms. The other extended stay that would have cost way too much money. It would have been $2,600 and something a month to just stay there. They don't have any wheelchair accessible double beds room right now, even though they do have them. It does exist for them, but they don't have any available. So now it leaves us, we're trying to figure out what other motel to move to. I've been trying to find apartments, like I've been calling apartments. Nobody has availability for a wheelchair accessible apartment or a first floor apartment. Because even if it's not wheelchair accessible, I'll still take a first floor apartment. But no one seems to have availability for a first floor apartment either. And it's just making our search for a place to live difficult. And it's not that we don't have the funds, because we do. It's just the fact of where can we find them. And then everybody's like, well, look for a private landlord. What do you think I've been trying to do? Since we arrived here in April last year, I've been trying to find private landlords. I've been trying to rent through private landlords. But at one point, I only had the children's SSI, so the income wasn't high enough. So I kept getting turned down because of my rent. My income to debt ratio. Why do I always want to say the wrong thing? And then now that we do have the funds and we can prove our income to be higher along with what I'm getting from my coaching, I just can't find locations. I cannot find locations to apply that have the accessibility that I need. And then down here, a lot of these apartment complexes don't have elevators. It's steps. Doesn't matter if it's 3 floors, 4 floors, it's actual steps. I can't take steps, obviously, so I have to be in a first floor apartment. So we got rid of one obstacle, we got rid of 2 obstacles, which was COA, because she's on the do not rent list, but now we have the emotional support letter for her. And then the second one being the income, but now that I have this income coming in, the income is no longer, now it's all about finding where, and I don't want my money to be blown when I could be paying the same amount I'm paying at a motel to live in an apartment and have more room and more space. So I'm trying to be smart about our income, and I'm trying to be smart about where we end up at. But I've been contemplating leaving Virginia. I'm trying not to show my bra, but it doesn't seem to want to cooperate. I've been contemplating on leaving Virginia. And where though? That's been the issue, and I've been praying on it. Are we meant to leave? Are we meant to stay? What are we meant to do? Because I know this isn't going to be our life. We're not going to be forever living in a motel or forever living in an extended stay. But then not having transportation makes everything very difficult for us to, how can I put it? For us to actually find locations, because I have to wait till my mental health skill builder has time, and it's a lot of, a lot of obstacles. But I am highly motivated that I am going to get past all these obstacles, and we are going to get on our feet. And I know have this inner peace calm that is telling me this: don't worry, all your blessings are coming. I just need to figure out, once again, like I've said before, how to survive until then. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I realized not too long ago that I've been living on survival mode for a very long time. Sorry, I had a little piece of skin sticking out, and I had to take it off because I'm over here rubbing my thumbs. Don't ask me why. I don't know what's going on, but it's one of my soothing things when I rub my fingers together, especially when I'm feeling anxious. So I guess I'm feeling anxious, and having that little piece of nail sticking out was bothering me, and having that little piece of skin sticking out was also bothering me. But yeah, so that is it, you guys. That is actually my update. I'm still trying to find a place for us to go. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to put all our stuff in storage and only take the actual necessities with us, because I don't know where we're gonna end up at, and I have less than 30 days to get out of here. So, because I was told on the 15th. Wait, when does that make 30 days, y'all? Let me check the calendar real quick. So, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. So we would have to be out by like the 13th of October. But I'm trying to be out way before then, since I don't know if they're trying to take me to court, and I cannot afford to have anything else on my credit since I do have that rent debt. And leaving Virginia would not get my rent debt paid, because I do have an organization that was willing to pay the rent debt off my credit as long as I found an apartment I was willing to rent to us. And that's what I've been trying to do, trying to find a house or an apartment that's willing to rent to us so that my rent debt can get paid and we can have somewhere to live, and then I can decide if I do want to leave the state. I don't have any other roadblocks on me from being able to find a place somewhere else. Another reason why I don't want my money to be blown is because I wanted to try to pay at least 2 months or 3 months in advance on the rent, so that I know for sure I have that amount of time to rebuild my money back up, continue to get more clients, and then try to pay another 3 months in advance, because that frees up the money for in case if we have an emergency or anything like that. But I'm trying to be smart, because I'm trying to leave money saved for any situations or anything that happens or anything that we may need or anything like that. I used to always have money saved, and that's what I always would get over my rainy days fast, because I always had money saved in the background that I never paid no mind to. I would just let it sit there and just get interest. That stopped about 2015, 16, 17 when I messed up. I want to say 2017. I messed up, and when I had helped my mom previously before that to pay a couple of her bills, I had to take the money from there, and I didn't realize that I had not built it back up. So when it came time to, move, when we got into our situation, I didn't have anything saved. I thought I did, because like I said, I don't pay no attention to that account. I leave that account sitting there. But it turns out that I never had my, directly deposits a certain amount going in there like I used to, so I didn't get to build up none of the money, which put me in the hole that I've been kindly trying to get out of since 2017. And it is 2022. I mean, a whole bunch of other stuff kept happening after that, which kept putting me back in the hole and back in the hole and back in the hole and back in the hole. And because I was helping other people as well, because I thought they had my back like I had theirs, I just kept getting back in the hole, back in the hole, back in the hole. That's why I told myself, I'm sorry, but that Lynette that used to exist, where she would give people the shirt off her back, can no longer exist. Because by giving others the shirt off my back, I've been stuck naked, with nothing to put on, and my kids have been stuck along with me. So it just makes my trust issues with people 10 times worse. I don't believe what anybody really tells me. If they go, hey, don't worry, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I really don't believe them.
With depression, you just feel...
And I know that's not a good thing, but honestly speaking, it's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It's how I feel because of my past experiences. And I'm not saying that everybody that says they're going to help, are liars or mean me harm. That's not what I'm saying. Definitely nowhere near what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it causes the big trust issues that I have. I've trusted others and I just gotten put in a bigger hole. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. And now with me being in the wheelchair and not really being able to walk as much as I was before, you know what I'm saying? I have no choice but to rely on other people, and I don't like that because I'm used to being so independent and doing everything on my own. I am grateful for my coaching business getting off the ground. Like I said, I have 2 paid clients. I'm still working on my 3rd one. And this is the time where I'm going to put my own advertising, you guys. I have a current deal going on right now, okay? My coaching program is a 90-day program. And it's catered to you and your needs. That's why I call it transformational. Breakthrough session is what I think I call it, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I have a lot of names for a lot of stuff because I'm working on another 2 more courses, and yeah, it's a lot on my brain right now. But that's why I call it total transformation, because we work on whatever you actually need. And I cater it directly to you and your needs and your wants, whether it be held accountability. You want, somebody to hold you accountable of the actions that you say you're going to take. You want somebody to check in to make sure that they're actually being completed. You have issues with time management. Or like, let's say when you're parenting, you find yourself doing a lot more yelling than you do talking. And then you find yourself repeating the same things because you're redirecting the same behaviors since it's not clicking with your children. There's so many things that I can help you work on. I'm not limited, but my specialty that I picked is life coach for parents, because I want to help parents show up as their best selves all across the board, but mainly when parenting. I want you to be able to have genuine conversations with your children when you're redirecting them, conversations that they can understand and actually go, okay, so I'm not going to do this action anymore. Not come a week later and you have to have the same conversation again. So my goal is to start off with the parents and incorporate the kids so that everybody in the family is getting the same type of attention, the same type of accountability. So it's not just on the parents. Parents may change, but the children may continue to do the same thing that brought them to be one of those yelling parents in the first place. Also, I want to try to work with not letting your work stressors carry into your home life. People are so busy bringing in their work stress to the house, bringing in their work stress to how they show up at home. Home is home and work is work. Like the moment you leave work, all the stress from work should be left at work. And then the moment that you step into your house, it should be peace and calm. And you should be able to unwind and relax. It doesn't matter what your kids did. You do not have to handle it right then and there when you get home, because you're going to handle it as an agitated, stressed out person since you're still carrying the stressors from work. It is imperative that when you do sit down to parent, you are yourself with no triggers. And I'm offering this course instead of $1,500 for the first 6 clients. I'm offering it as $1,000. I am dropping $500, and I am offering it as $1,000. I already have 2 official paid clients. So if I'm leaving 6 slots, that only leaves. So if I'm doing 6 slots, that only leaves me to have 4 slots available for the price of $1,000. Again, it's a 90-day program. So I work with you once a week for 90 days. You also do get an extra emergency 30-minute call for in case if anything is overwhelming, overstimulating, or you need time to process or think about something, or you just need someone to listen because things just became a little bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? And then I can help you walk back into the path that you're supposed to be on. Then you do get 24/7 access to me via email. You can send whatever and I'll reply as soon as I see it. And then I may create certain things, whether it be journal pages, calendars, whatever it is that I need that will help you get through your goals. I'm going to end up catering everything to that. Okay? So for example, my first paying client, she had needed help with leaving her job, and I had her as my practice client first because for one of my coaching programs I needed a practice client. And she was in this job for almost 15 years, and was struggling to get out. Like, she just couldn't, for some reason, let go of the job. And then within the month of working with me, she had already turned in a resignation letter, had her last day, and quit, and then ended up getting an amazing job that caters to all her needs and is able to allow her to be there for her child whenever her child and her family need her. Now it's not, sorry, I gotta work, or I can't do that because I have to work, because work was taking over her personal life. I'm proud of her progress, and she turned into my paid client. So now we're working on, other aspects of her life, but I'm not going to go about that because it's confidential. Other aspects of her life, and just yesterday, she had to use one of her emergency calls, and I had to talk her off the ledge, and I had to, redirect her and bring her back to her goals and what she's doing and what she's accomplishing. And, I'm saying by the time we ended up the call, she was in a better place mentally and emotionally, and she was back on her path of where she should be. Also, because I do have experience with kids with IEPs and things like that, I was actually able to help her, because the scenario pertained with her daughter, so I was actually able to help her so that she could help her daughter, and that brings me so much joy. So, and that is what I am offering in my coaching program. If you guys are interested or would like to read my, reviews, you can go to my website. It is www.coachingwithlynette.com. I will put it in the description box. If you guys just want to click the link, you can also sign up for my motivational and inspirational emails. I do send those out anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week. And I normally pick the days of Monday because everybody dreads going to work on Monday. So I try to provide you some motivation and cheer you on Monday. The other day, typically, if I do 3 times, would be Wednesday. And that's because it's hump day, so I'm trying to build up your vibration so you can last to the rest of the week. And then on Friday, so that you can motivate yourself to complete your work day strong and get ready for your weekend with no stressors or carrying nothing over from work, pretty much. Building up your vibration so you can have a relaxed weekend and actually enjoy your time off. You can sign up for that on my website as well. You can also unsubscribe whenever you want if you want to just try it out. I am also receptive and open to, you signing up to the emails, and you can shoot me an email and say, hey, I need motivation with this, or I need inspiration when it comes to this, and I will attempt to make, my emails resonate for you. But do keep in mind that when I do write my emails, again, like everything else, I write it as if it was support for me. So that I can find those that need the same support that I do, and so that they can resonate with it. But I do get a lot of good feedback on my emails. I do have, a good open rate where people are actually opening my emails and reading through them. And I do get positive feedback saying that it does help them, get through their day. So if you need that, hey, by all means, sign up. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, I'd appreciate it. I do have a free course right now. It is not going to be free forever. I'm just trying to get feedback. I do know that I need to re-record my videos because of the noise in the background you hear now. The AC can be heard, like an airplane in my videos. And I don't like it. It bothers me. So I want to re-record them to avoid having that sound in the background, but I'm guessing we're probably gonna have to move before I do that, or I can sweat for whatever few minutes after record the video and not have it on. So I'm not sure yet. So for right now, until I actually work on my program, it is free. You can also find it on my website as well. As soon as you pop up my website, it'll be the first thing that pulls up, giving you that offer right now. But like I said, it's not going to be free for a long time. It's going to end soon. I think it only has a couple of more days left. So I need you guys to jump on it if you want to. Make sure you're registered and enrolled for it. And then I would love for you to be able to take the course. And I would love to get feedback from you guys. Let me know. What do you think? What resonates with you? Did it work? Did it not work? Like, I'm waiting to get feedback from one of my beta testers. She was like, oh my God, you really have me over here, like, thinking so hard about me and my truth. Because it's called What Is Your Truth? And she was like, and thank you so much for making me look at everything that I do good and everything that I do well, because I was having a hard day And going through your exercises, I'm getting goosebumps, bro. It really resonated, and it really pointed out like you're doing a better job than you think you are, which brought her out of her funk. And that is the whole reason why I tell my clients, or I talk with my clients and I ask them what's going good. And it usually takes people a few minutes to answer that question, because as human beings, we're always so focused on all the negativity. You know what I'm saying? On what's not going good, what roadblock, what monkey wrench, what obstacle, but we don't stop and think, hey, I defeated that. I made it past that. I survived that. I lived through this, and I'm still here. I'm still that strong, amazing person that I was before I went through the issue. So that is my goal, and my dream is for everybody to recognize you are the bomb, okay? You are the bomb, diggity bomb, all right? And I know that's an old saying. I don't care. But you are the bomb, diggity bomb. And it is about time that y'all realize it and acknowledge it. And another piece is, if you do feel that you could benefit from my coaching or would love to know how I could help you, sign up for a free virtual call and we can go through what is your truth. How are you showing up? What do you need? And let me tell you, a lot of people get something out of that free call. And whether they sign up or not, they still leave me feeling a hell of a lot better than they did when they arrived. And they have a clearer understanding of themselves and a clearer message. And sometimes the session does point areas in their life where they're like, you know what, I could benefit from a coach in this part of my life, or I could benefit from a coach for this. Remember, coaching is not therapy, and it's not a mentor, okay? We are guides through your mind that will help you use what you have in your mind to accomplish those goals that you want to do. But we're not therapy. So we're not opening no old wounds, and we're not doing none of that. If I need to walk you through it, if you're going through therapy and want to be able to have a life coach so that you can have the positive in the present, so that it can balance out all the hurt and pain that you're opening from your past, a lot of people do that. This way it keeps them grounded and balanced, and it allows them to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because they're not always focused on the past and the negativity. You have somebody else holding you accountable for the present and the future. Okay, so I needed to explain that because I know a lot of people do not know what coaching is. They just feel like it's another therapy session, or they feel like, oh, it's just a mentor, like, you know, you're going to tell me what to do. We don't tell you guys what to do. That is not our job. Our job is to ask you curious questions to get you to your final solution. We may see an answer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you see it. So we just keep guiding you until you find your own resolution and your own solution. We do not put our beliefs and our thoughts and our opinions into our coaching. That is not the way that it goes. We're neutral. There's no bias, okay? It's all about you, your wants, your needs, and your goals. But we are realistic. Like, for example, you can't come to me and say, I want to get a better relationship with, or I want to get back with my ex-wife or my ex-husband. Do they want to get back with you? Because we can coach, but if they're not receptive to getting back with you, then it's not going to work. That's a two-person relationship. You know what I'm saying? We cannot do that. Now, maybe we can work on your relationship with people and how you show up and how you support them and things like that. But we can't specifically get you back with your ex. That's just not possible. Okay, even a therapist can't do that, all right? Because the other person has to be receptive. Even a mentor can't do that. But we do not mentor, and we do not do therapy, all right? In the beginning of the session, if my clients have anything that they need to release, I let them release it no matter what it is. But I stay away from those two titles because that's not what I do. I pick out of what they're saying what I can coach on, and then we'll redirect on that. Outside of that, if I feel like a person needs therapy, I will let you know, hey, I think you could benefit from therapy. It'd be an awesome idea. You need to find a therapist. I'm still looking to network with therapists because I feel I want to get an affiliate program going on where if a therapist feels that one of their clients can benefit from coaching, they can refer them to me, just as if I feel that one of my clients can benefit from therapy, I can refer them to that therapist. I'm looking for, therapists that I can affiliate myself with and have that program and that mutual understanding and that co-workers or partnership, whatever you want to call it. But This is where I'm going to end it today, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being supportive. I am like so floored and amazed still on the amount of plays that my podcast has gotten. I love you guys extremely, and don't worry, I do not take you guys for granted in no shape, way, or form. And I'm going to keep trying to show up as a positive, productive person so that I can help you become a positive, productive person. And I will be speaking more on my coaching program, and I will be speaking more on certain points here or there to see if you're that type of person that needs the help. You don't have to be a parent. I can work with you. Okay, I can definitely work with you. That's just my specialty. That's where my little heart flutters, just like with kids, in reality is really what my heart, that's why I had wanted to be a teacher. But I feel like I can do more good as a life coach. So that's where I'm going to stick to. But I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your Wednesday. It is hump day. You've made it. You've made it. You did it. You did it. Who did it? You did. Who did it? You did. Who did it? You did. You made it to hump day. All right, y'all. Deuces.